Good morning. Good morning to Instagram. Good morning to Facebook. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to my brothers and sisters throughout the world. My name is Curtis Douglas, the president of All Tobago Fisher Folk, also the president of Plymouth Fisher Folk. And this morning, I'm here to convey some concerns that has been brewing for quite some times in the fishing industry in Tobago, where we're seeing a level of victimization and nepotism seems to increase against the fisher folks in Tobago. But before we start and get into the seriousness of the matter, we will also here with me is the president of the Lambo Fisher Folk and members of other fishing communities and members of the Plymouth fishing communities. And on my right is Mr. Campbell. My left is Mr. Bob and Mr. Phillips and Jason. So we are all here. We are waiting the rest to arrive. So as we start this press conference this morning, I bring greetings from Tobago and I bring greetings. The opportunity to convey her pain and suffering under
Hey, good morning. Good morning to everyone trying Tobago, especially fishermen, suffering fishermen in Lambo. So my name is Matthew Kisuna. I'm the president of Lambo Fisher Folks Association. I've been fighting for years with this. The oil spill come and mash it up. I have my great concern about this oil spill money we're supposed to get that money since January. It was processing. They give it out 1 week before election. But I didn't come to talk about election. I come to talk about the fisher folks and Lambo oil spill money. One, we did not know about it. Me. So I go and call Trinidad. I said, what I call in Trinidad for? Do not call Trinidad. Go along by fisheries. He went along by fisheries. He meet up with Mr. Garth Utley. Mr. Garth Utley tell him, yes, they pay out money, but come Monday, you and Gavin Ramke soon. Come Monday for 9 o'clock and come in there. I called my item out about it. I went down there. I was the second person to get in inside there. But I go there and meet Mr. Leet. I don't know what Mr. Leet doing in fisheries with a laptop behind a desk. And it's a next fisherman there, a next member of fisheries. I woke up from fisheries. Mr. Leet, I said, Mr. Leet, say what you're here for. I said, Mr. Leet, I come to find out about the oil spill money. He said, Mr. Ramke soon, your claim is denied because your vendor's badge expire. I said, because I said, how it come to expire? It have it on the form? He can't answer me. I said, Mr. Leet, let me explain this to you. I am a fisher folk. I'm a president of Lambo Fisher Folk. And I am a member of Lambo Fisher Folk before anything else. And I am a vendor and it's in the system. My vendor's badge, will it expire or it didn't expire, it's in the system. I am a vendor. He said, well, your claim is denied. Me and he had it out there. Right, that done? He said, we can't get that, it's not for vendors. I said, so what about the fishing boat and them? He said, only certain people will have a claim. Now, I claim for 7 fishing boats in Lamb, 6 fishing boats in Lamb, but not 7, 6. I claim for Jason Rampasad, that is Destiny? Yeah. Destiny. I claim for Edwin Ramke soon, Fishers of Men 2. I claim for Felix Grant, Fishers of Men 1. And I claim for Gavin Ramke soon, RPM. I claim for Rondell Skeet. I don't remember that boat. Oh, no, and I claim for Krishna Thomas, that is Ocean Lover. So I don't know where they get this thing here from, and I come to clear the air on this. Lambo do not have 100 fishing boats. Lambo do not have 100 fishing boats. Lambo have about 9 fishing boats, and I would call all the name. And the fishing boat and them, and the owner of the fishing boat also. We don't have 100. So when they say, Samati Ramkisoon claim for 100 boat in Lambo, which part I put in that boat? Which part I put in the boat? We don't have so much a boat. It's I formed that association Lambo with 3 of my boat. Fishers of men 1, 2, and 3. The thief 3. So I have 2 now. We replace it with RPM. That Gavin Ramkisoon. When the oil spill came, my son called me on the 7th of February. He called me, said, Mommy, there's a boat turn over here. I want you to call Mr. Curtis. I take up my phone and I call Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, there's a boat turn over there, like he leaking oil. Let us go and see. We went out there. I just always talk this on the I don't care who say want to say I was talking thing over and over. But I just talk for my right. And I talk for the fishermen in Lambo.
Truth.
I don't care who want to say, but I just talk thing over and over. Because I talk it and I go talk it again. I have a press conference, I will talk it again until I put sense in their head and they understand what I'm saying. Because when I called Mr. Curtis, we went out there and we see it. Candice Jackson, Candice was the reporter, Mr. Joe Field was the photographer, Mr. Curtis, myself, Kareem Grant, Krishna Thomas. We went with Ocean Lover. We bring back the report. He came back the report. Mr. Curtis Douglas came back the report. The action he what to do. He had to guide them accordingly what to do because there is some dumb dog in Jerusalem. They know what to do because we have an oil spill. This is the man know about it, Mr. Curtis Douglas, on my right. But anyhow, when time come now, Ocean Lover engine break down there. Mr. Curtis could tell you that. He just had to make a noise. We come back in shore. We managed to come back in shore and that boat pull up until it eventually moved from where it was. I think he carried home. Felix Grant. We take out the boat from the water. I was living in Lambo before the community center. It have a big yard. Felix Grant boat was in the water when the oil spill came. I took it out from the water there and we carried it home in Lambo, in the yard where I live in. Edwin Ramkisoon boat when the oil come and he was in the oil there, he lost every single thing. Anybody could tell you that? You got to go back on the news and you got to watch it. When they take up the boat, the workmen that come to take up the boat because they was cleaning the boat down by the park, they take up the boat from there. They break the boat in 2. Sure. They break the boat in 2 and they carry it and they clean down the park. And he asked for it to carry it down Buku. He carried it in Gerald workshop, in boat shop in Gerald, in Buku. And they fixed it. They borrow money to fix it. Gavin Ramkisoon boat was pulling boom and tongue here. He bought mash up the engine mash up. This fella here, Mr. Javon Boucher, he pull him down in Lambo. Pull it down in Lambo and bring it there. When they carry the boat to clean, they clean the boat down in the park. And when they clean the boat down in the park, he bring the boat. Gavin Ramkisoon bring RPM home by me in the yard. He pack up next to Fishers of Men 1. And they walk on the boat there. Now, Gavin Ramkisoon get a little bit of money. He fix the boat. I go tell you how much he get. Edwin Ramkisoon, where boat that break, had to carry to the workshop to fix it because they break the boat. All the cooler, because the men and them who was in there, they nasty up the cooler, the light, every single thing lost from that. Every single thing lost from that. He gets nothing. He gets $60,000. And yet, them unmannerly little brat, they having fisheries. They have no manners. Go watch me and wink up she eye in that kind of way like if she could fight me. Like she could beat Samati Ramkisoon when I got asked about Edwin Ramkisoon check. She tell him like 40% out of the money. which we get how much millions of dollars to pay fishermen. How much millions of dollars we get to pay fishermen, and yet they say Samati make wrong claim. Samati Ramkisoon make wrong claim. You understand what I'm saying? Or you understand what I'm saying? You know? I want to know the rest of money when they paying fishermen it. The rest of money and when they paying vendors, we is affected. Scavenging is affected like we. Let me tell you something. When they share the $1,000 food grant, it's food grant they call it.
Yes, a grant.
It's only 2 of my members. I have about 30 to 35 members in Lambo. And only 2 of my members did not get that $1,000. You know why? One was in Trinidad, and the next one coming from country. So they reached late. So if we didn't get affected, how come we get that $1,000 to help you out? That is my question I asked. Somebody answer that for me, please. Somebody answer that. Everybody else get, every fisherman who get affected in the water, I make sure they get the $1,000 because they see they was affected. Nobody was out of Lambo. Everybody in Lambo. And when time come now, you're telling me my application turned down. I can't get no money for what? And everybody know I selling fish. You said me vendors by expire. Everybody know I selling fish. Everybody know I dealing with fish for years. Everybody know that. The deny Jason Rampasad, he have nothing to get either. Fish might have nothing to get. And the boat will take up the boat from the water, then with the oil, we bring it home. I go carry you all in Lambo and show all the way it was. It's a big yard, the yard hold 2 boats. Plus, they have a boat was fixing it too. And then they said we boat was not affected. Because they want to put their money in their pocket. Not because they want to put their money in their pocket. You understand what I'm saying? And this is my part of the pay. Now they're telling me I have to wait on IOPC. I have to wait on IOPC to pay me. I let Mr. Elite know. I said, Mr. Elite, when I go to Mr. Elite to follow them for Mr. Elite tell me. He said, Mr. Amkisula, can't put 500 pounds of fish. He said, I was instructed to only 200 pounds of fish. I break it down to 200. They still can't pay me my money? And they still cannot pay me my money for the 200 pounds of fish?
We just go and catch sometimes 2 fish. Does weigh over 200 pounds. When we go on them duck it and amber, 1 amber alone is 90 pounds.
Exactly.
So what are talking about?
Well, that is what.
When we go and bring in fish, when we go up on the 47 and
it's no fish. And it's every day. When them boat and them go, I watch when one boat go out, fishermen 1, 2, and 3 go out, then there was 3. Before they thief it. Before they thief fishermen 3, then 3 boat go out. And each boat come back with 1,500 pounds of fish. Look, Jesse Van Passar here.
And this is what Mr. Derek Lee told you cannot do?
I cannot put that. I had to put only 200 pounds of fish. I only had to put 200 pounds of fish. That is the instruction he gets.
And then after that, he denies you?
Yes, and still deny me for my little 200 pounds of fish. But I buy 500 pounds from this vendor, and I buy the next 300 pounds from this vendor. Me and Jason should go on the road and sell. So then they might see we cleaning. I have a stall in Lambo on the beach, right on the bridge. But you had time there, or you would go there and watch that stall. That is our stall. Me and Jason Rampasad build that.
Plus, I had 2 boats in Lambo. 2 boats, not 1, eh? They said they only claim for 1.
Yeah.
2 boats in Lambo.
All right.
Yeah?
Jason, could you say your name, please? And
Jason Rampasad.
just hold this and just hold it. Don't hold it too close. Just hold it like this.
Up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Rampasad.
Right. What happened? What I want to ask you is this is your are you a owner of a fishing vessel?
Who?
Don't talk to me. Talk to the camera.
Yeah,
talk to the people there. And did you went to fisheries when they sent out the call that all fishermen who was affected by the oil spill to come in with your documents for claim?
Yes, I went straight to my president, which is Mr. Ramkisoon.
And these are the document of the ownership of your vessel?
Yep.
Were you affected? I want to say it again. Were you affected by the oil spill
Yes, I
in
was
Lambo.
affected.
Do you have the documentation to show that you have your boat and etc.?
Look at here. Look at here. This is the ownership of the boat. It's a copy of it.
And
That's the
zoom
name.
it in, you will see which part the boat register. Lambo. I mean Lowlands Tobago. Because the time that was the address where I had.
So did you receive any money from the Farley's well-spent money for fisher folk from the oil
No,
spill?
well, on the Monday when I went in there on the Friday, as Mr. Rampi said earlier, when I heard they pay any money, and I went in on Friday, and meet our name,
Mr. Utley.
Mr. Utley. He told me to come in on Monday, and I asked him, I said, so that for the fishermen in Lambo, and then he told me Gavin Ramke's own name is there, so if I could reach out to him. So I called the president, I explained to she what is going on. I called Gavin, I tell him, he come home by me Monday morning and we went into fisheries. On we arrival there in fisheries, the president was just about coming in too. So it was 3 of us went in. She went in first and Gavin went in second. And then when I went in, the man that was paying out the money there, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee. Pull a little laptop yeah. like this and showing me that there is no record of Destiny, no record of my fisherman ID on the system. So I said, what do you mean? I say I fished in Lambo since 21. Me and all them boys and them in Lambo, they've been fishing on my boat. I fishing on them boat. And so forth we going. He said, have no record of me and that boat. I went in fisheries 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and still nothing. And even up to today, still nothing. And I don't really appreciate how they treat Lambo people and Lambo fishermen, especially the people in Lambo. The people in Lambo ain't get nothing. I sure in a couple years time to come, for that 8 months that oil was there, people are going to start getting sick by inhaling that. And it is wrong. Men from Castara get money. Men from Pigeon Point. Men from Buku. Men from Plymouth.
I could call him, you know.
And how much men in Lambo get money? 2 men, 3 men. And one of the men who get money from Lambo does anchor on the port.
And wait.
Men from Castara get money and they say so much boat go fishing over there.
Wait.
So how Castara men going into fishing?
I would have said they get money, but wait. The man from Lambo, he boat park up for 5 years on the port. Because the boat on the port, he get money for that. The boat on the port, park up, not working in there. But he get money for that also. He get money for that also. The man from Pigeon Point, who bring the fish to sell a vendor in Lambo, he talk and say how much money get he and his son. But Lambo people, one of them who boat was on docks, they get money. But the people who get that something, they get nothing. This is a wicked government we have. This is wicked government we have. They go fall, and when they fall, they go fall hard.
I don't really want to get upset again no more because I feel time for that pass. This is unreasonable, it is unfair, it is unspeakable to what they have done to the fishermen in Lambo. I don't know if it is because of Mr. Curtis, because of Mr. Curtis Douglas, they're trying to victimize because he's the all fisher folks. How we go follow Farley? Farley is the chief sec. He know anything about fishing? We could follow this one and that one? No. We have to follow the man who is the all fisher folks for Tobago. And whether he go up, he go down, he go side, that is the man we have to follow. Because I was only learning this morning that last week, I remember a colleague, a fisherman colleague from Plymouth, went to drift and wasn't coming back. And this man, the president, not no minister, not no prime minister, nobody. I heard that Mr. Curtis Douglas take out from his pocket 4,500 to fuel a boat to go and look for that fisherman, and they found him. So these are things that be happening on the background that the public doesn't know.
But
and it doesn't get to the small man is because when it do happen, is the fishermen and them will struggle. Who will struggle and come together and go out. Volunteer the boat, volunteer the time, the money, everything, you understand? And sometimes if we do have, Mr. Curtis Douglas just dip in his pocket. How much time this man dip his hand in his pocket and never asks back for a cent? So these are things, I feel, Mr. Curtis, you know what we should be doing? Every week, when things like this happen, brought it on the air so people will know why it is happening. Because it seems to believe that the THA just have one circle of people where they favoring,
Yes.
or
Yes.
or who is a friend and family.
Who's a friend?
You
That way
understand?
purely made to friends and family.
Look, my brother, Gavin Ramkison, get a little bit of money. I went with him. I carry him to fisheries on Monday. And up to yesterday and today, when I leave here, I'm going straight by him. I'm making all the run with that boy to buy back things for his boat. The money is not even enough to compensate back this boy for his boat. And I'm going to say this again, and the last time I said this on Turtle Beach.
They victimize you.
The
You get nothing.
the chief sec called out Gavin Ramkison personally and tell him to come out on the oil spill to clean up. He did went, and his promise was when the oil spill is done, he's going to be rewarded a new boat and an engine. And this is going in 16 months that this boy has not received a phone call, a WhatsApp, a text message, nothing. And this boy, sorry I did not take videos to bring and show all you on the air the condition that boat is in right now and the amount of money that boy spent on that boat just to get back on the water to start making back his livelihood.
They could go down Lambo right over the beach,
And
right by the shop.
it is unfair, boss man. All it does as in media, all you might have an idea what's going on, but all it doesn't know what really going on the ground with fishermen. No assistance at all, none. And it's not only now. This has been going on for 20, 30, 35 years. This has been going on. No assistance for fishermen.
All right. So we got to end it.
It's again. One thing I want to say, when Gavin Ramkison went to fisheries, they tell him that he didn't have a fisherman permit. I do Gavin Ramkison fisherman, not Gavin, Felix Grant, sorry about that. Felix Grant fisherman permit expire. And I carried there. The gentleman I give, I didn't carry the ID card. I forgot the ID card, but I carry the passport number. And when I carry it, the gentleman who I give it to leave the work. So it's about a year now. So this Mr. Lead go tell Gavin, go tell Felix Grant the fisherman permit expire. So he can't get no claim. He's a fisherman since he must be about 3 years. They're fishing with their father. They're fishing in a barrel home. That is my son. Felix Grant is my son. He's fishing in a barrel home with a little piece of nylon. They run away and they go on the beach. They're fishing. They're going all about on the fishing. When they get big, I work hard in security, work and build boat and give all of it. Everybody know in Tobago. I have 7 brothers, 5 of them I get 5 fish. I get 3 fishing boat for. Fisherman 1, fisherman 2, and fisherman 3. So he denied claim because his fishing permit expire. The fellow who had give the number for the passport left the work and didn't put in the numbers right. That Jason Ramperson, he go there, he fisherman ID expire also. The last ice, Jason, is when we do the fisherman permit October last year. I do Jason Rampasad fisherman permit. I just do everybody fisherman permit. And as long as I have a member, I just help them out. I'm the president. I just help out all my members with what the vendor's badge. They want the fisherman permit. I do all that for them. Sign it, and I get in fisheries, and I do the thing for them. Collect it and bring it back. They can't find Jason. Jason, you collect yours yet?
Oh, it didn't come back yet.
From since last year, October. I went fisheries last week, Tuesday. I went fisheries. And I went fisheries, you know what? I asked for 4 forms for renew fisherman permit. They give me one and say they have no ink. They have no ink for the to print out no form. Let me get somewhere and print it. I say when fisheries bad to us, that's why Mr. Duke say we're supposed to close down fisheries in Tobago here. And I leave them at that.
Let them know.
All right, just now.
First date of this
Yeah, yeah. Well, let me move on. Let me move on. So, Marlon, anybody else have anything to say? Yeah?
No.
You want to say something? All right. This is Mr. Campbell. This. All right. Hold on.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, go on.
Good morning, I'm Mr. Campbell. I'm a fisherman and a member of Plymouth Fishing Association. I also was affected by the oil spill because I fishing behind the airport on that side for kingfish and other fishes because it's a big ground. I even had some fish pot there that I lost through the oil spill. They send people to verify and check out everything. They saw some of the pot that I retrieved with rope and buoy with oil and everything. Of my engine foot get damaged by the oil. I send to the mechanic. They send people by the mechanic to verify everything. They even asking the mechanic if he don't feel that is warranty that damage the engine. And he's showing them the fault of the oil, but the person is asking them if they don't think it's wear and tear of the engine that caused it to be affected. Is the oil spill days I fishing? I fishing from Plymouth. A lot of us, even my colleagues on my left here, all of us fishing at the same ground. Marlon, Brother P, all of us live together as a team and go on the same ground to fishing there where we catch majority and different species of fish. So I can't understand how they're saying that people from Plymouth do fishing down there and they're paying men from Paltovere and Castara. So where them fishing, where them passing to fishing, we ain't closer than them. That is a breeding ground for all fishes there where that is the reason for fishing in the area. And up to now I haven't been compensated. I still sorting parts for my engine. Is with the help of Mr. Douglas and other person that I've been assisted to get parts and get other things and funds to go forward. Right now, since that time to now, my boat is still on sand. So I hope that they could hear this message and something could be done. Thank you very much.
For the friends and family, they were given to the so-called friends. Friends are giving it to nobody else.
Right.
So they're picking and choosing, they're victimizing us in Lambo. Because where they see me with Mr. Curtis Douglas, you see the first man I have to call.
So, yes, people, I know we have complained to last us here for over 5 years. And I just want, as the president of all Tobago Fisher Folks, I am calling upon the teacher. I am calling upon the Chief Secretary as the president of all Tobago Fisher Folk and the president of Plymouth Fisher Folk and many other organizations. I'm calling on the transparency in all that money they would have took and paid their friends. One, Mr. Farley Chavez, is it true that you tried to pay the fishermen, some of the fishermen before election? And why it is that you would have made some utterances and said it's only Lambo and Scarborough you would have been paid, and people outside of Lambo and Scarborough would have been paid, yes, but selective few. Yes. Is this a level of nepotism that we are seeing developing under your leadership as the Chief Secretary? Isn't it you are the one that say you are here and you are going to fix it? And if this is how you're going to fix it, Mr. Chavez, I am here to inform you and to let you know, as a good citizen who advocate on behalf of the people of Tobago, the approach that you and the standard that you are setting is headed in the wrong direction and it's not right. Right is right. I am not against you. We all are Tobagonians, but we all must be our brothers' keepers. And that direction where you would have singled out That money, Mr. Farley Chavez, supposedly supposed to come through a mutual organization, which is the All Tobago Fisher Folk. And we would have then dispersed that money evenly. We cannot say only Lambo people, because you have bypassed the people in Plymouth. You have bypassed the folks in Culloden. You have bypassed the people in Buku. And you have selected few from Pigeon Point to be paid. Mr. Chavez, that is not the way. And if that is the way you're leading the people of Tobago and intend to single out and destroy and try to create mayhem in the fishing industry, we are saying to you, you need to stop it, and stop it now while it's young. This is not the way. That is wrong. Those type of behavior is not accepted by the people of Tobago, by the people of Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Hence this morning I'm here to express my sentiment to the people, because no longer we will sit by and drink the aloe skin while you enjoy the meat of the aloes. We are no longer prepared to endure such harsh circumstances and such harsh treatment by your administration. We are no longer going to accept that. Tell us why. Why it is you pay some people from Scarborough. Why it is you single out some from Lambo. And you said out of your own mouth that you are going to ensure that you start back the industry even better than it will. And if this is your intention, and if this is your vision of starting back the fishing industry in Lambo and Scarborough and beyond, if this is your approach, I am here to inform you, Mr. Farley Chavez Agustin, the good Speyside Chief Secretary, your approach is wrong and bad, and it is creating mayhem and disruption in the fishing community and in the community of Tobago. Because by the end of the day, you are putting brothers and sisters against each other when you single out your friends, one, for election purposes, two, because they are your friend. Because I have so many complaints about you, the way you are handling, and you would have instructed that puppet, that laptop dog called Mr. Leet to do your puppeteering. Tobago is not going to accept those type of behavior. That is wrong. And we will not stand for such humiliation and behavior, because we all are Tobagonian. And we all must stand up and fight for freedom and democracy in Tobago. And the direction you're heading, it seems to me you are more heading like a dictator. It seems like you want to treat like how Hitler treated the people in the Holocaust. We will not be accepting those type of behavior. We have our sovereign rights here, and we are asking quite quietly, honestly, the Honorable, let me direct you properly, the Honorable Chief Secretary, Mr. Farley Chavez Augustin, to let's fix this, and let's be fair and equal to the fisher folk, and don't try to drive no javelin in the hearts of the fishing community. Why would you single out certain members of the community? Where did that money came from? Where did you get those millions to pay these people? And you only pay, and the thing is, I am not against fishermen. I am not against fishermen being compensated for the oil spill. We are all for it. But when you start to single out men, that is wrong. Because I know for sure, and you would have heard Ms. Ramki soon and others say, some men, boaters and sand, and they get paid.
The port of Scarborough get paid.
Yeah?
The port in Scarborough, they get paid. And the boat on port.
Where does a Scarborough fisherman come from? I am telling you, in case you don't know, let me educate you. As fishermen in Scarborough come from all ends and all communities of Tobago. There is very few Scarborough fishermen. So you will find men from Plymouth, you will find men from Castara, you will find men from Lambo, you will find men from Culloden, you will find men from all walks of life of Tobago that fish or duck is the term, duck or birth in Scarborough. Understand it? So please, let us don't get carried away by selfishness and victimization and bitterness in our hearts. Let's do the right thing. Let's do the honorable thing. And you should have a conversation, because you even refuse to have a conversation with the fisher folk. And to even go further, all this talk where they were saying that they would have paid at for the money for fisher folk. So you now see where the money gone. You now see who is the bearer of the money. Mr. Farley Chavez and his team and his cohorts, not me. And for today, as I go further into this press conference, I will let the people of Tobago know it's been 1 year and 4 months thus far since the all Tobago fisher folk has still not received the full allocation of money for work that was done in the oil spill for the people of Tobago and for the THA. So we are calling up on the administrator, and we are calling up on Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine, and we are calling up also on the Finance Secretary, Miss Petalan Roberts, who is so unique and so precious with her words when she tried to explain and to convince people that the fisher folk is being paid. We are calling upon you to put on the truth, that truthful tongue, and stop using that tongue of deception, and come out and let us know when the all Tobago fisher folk is going to get the full sum of the money. Because make no mistake, brothers and sisters of Trinidad and Tobago, other contractors has been paid in full, from who receiving 15 million, from 4 million and beyond. But yet still, the election go and the election came, and year go and year came, and a year and 4 months, you still haven't made any utterances about the money for the people or for the all Tobago fisher folk. Is it because the president's name is Mr. Douglas? We need to put aside those differences and give Jack his jacket and give courtesy what belongs to him, and give ATFA what is due unto them. So I would like to ask Mr. Chavez and you, the media houses, I am challenging you all today to challenge the Chief Secretary and the Secretary of Finance and that administrator why it is that Mr. Douglas hasn't received his money for ATFA, and why it is you say you are waiting on releases to get the money. No, releases have came and releases have gone, and yet still ATFA still hasn't got the money for work that was done. You are telling me so long, over 6 months to a year, that is still in accounts to be processed. Well, if that is the case, the entire account department shall be fired.
Exactly.
Must be fired.
So true.
We all know, Mr. Chavez, that since 20 audit, we haven't got an audit. The last audit Tobago House Assembly would have got is 2016. But I'm not here to talk about the audit. I am here to talk about the money that you owe you, Mr. Chavez, and you, Mr. Chavez, Mr. Augustine, would have made promise to pay the all Tobago fisher folk. And you would have also made promise to pay the fisher folk that was affected by the oil spill.
Yes.
So please, Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine, my goodly space-side young man, do the honorable thing and pay the fisher folk and pay for their money. Please, before it gets dirty. Because we all would have you, Mr. Farley Chavez, would have blamed Rowley for holding back the money and suffering Tobago. But why it is you are now passing down that tag that you intend to tag onto the fisher folk to ensure that they don't get the money? Come on, Mr. Chavez. Do the honorable thing and do the right thing. God do not like nasty. So, and all those people is listening, this is the truth. So whoever want to call it whatever they want to call it, the truth shall always be the truth. So hence the reason why, as I move forward, because I close on the topic for the payment of ATFA, because I know I'm seeing people on the response on Instagram saying, wait, Mr. Douglas, ATFA still haven't got their money. No, we haven't got our money from Mr. Farley. But yet still he's singling out people and paying them individually.
Yeah. Friends.
That is not right. That is how a chief secretary operates.
Victimizing Lambo fishermen.
Yeah, victimizing the Lambo people, victimizing the Plymouth people, victimizing the entire fishing community. That is not right.
So true.
And we will not bear fruits of that lie.
How much is ATFA collected?
ATFA is 03 point. Still. So I want to know why the media not asking the chief administrator and Mr. Farley Chavez and Mr. Patel and Roberts why they're not paying us the money. Is it that mean all payments when come to work is okay, but when payment we must go to court, like we would have seen happening in the diaspora of the THA when court make a ruling he's going to appeal it because he don't want to pay, because he want to victimize the people of Tobago.
Exactly. That's what we do, yes.
You want to victimize? If we need to grow and we need to develop, we need to out those type of behavior. And let's start with you doing the right thing. So here we are, as with all Tobago fisher folk. And as we go further, I have in front of me a letter that I would have penned to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Because quite clearly, it is my duty as a president and leader of an organization to seek the interests of the people of Tobago and the fishing community. So I therefore pen a letter to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And this letter contains the marine space that are being invaded by the Bajans, by the Venezuelans, and by other counterparts that are fishing illegally in the waters of Tobago and illegally in the waters of Trinidad and Tobago. And if it means that I am the voice of the people would have elected me to be the voice and elected me to represent them. And hence the reason why I have no other choice more than to pen this letter to the Prime Minister, join off the concern that was raised to us, by the people, by the fisher folk. And here also will also be attached to that letter is a letter that was penned on the 12th of April 2023 to the former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. So she will know that I am not making any kind of friction or any kind of things that is not truth. So I have a letter that we would have wrote to the Prime Minister and the response from the fisheries telling us they stance on this. And we are asking the Prime Minister to urgently seek and to treat with the fisher folk this billion-dollar industry that lies in the bosom of the people of Trinidad and Tobago in our marine space. And we are asking her to please deal with this seriously, because we know that she's busy, but also the people of the livelihood of the people of Tobago is also dependent on her response. And not her response, knowing that she is one of the most prolific politicians there has right now, which is the Prime Minister, Miss Kamala Bissessa. So we are calling upon her to address these issues that is plaguing the people of Tobago. We would have seen in the opening of the Parliament that the Prime Minister of Barbados would have embraced her and congratulated her. So we are saying to you, please read our letter and embrace and even have a meeting with the Prime Minister of Barbados, with all Tobago fisher folk and the representative of land and fisheries as well. So we can have a meeting to see how best we can solve this problem together. Because we all know we need to solve this problem that we are undergoing, the economical problem that we have, and also the problem of victimization and abuse in the waters of Tobago. And we also thank you as I close. I thank you for your stand, your ground position. We thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you and working with you to resolve an issue can be easily solved with a conversation with the All Tobago Fisher Folk, the Chief Secretary, the Prime Minister, the fisheries, and all of these matters that I have here and what I would have penned and is sending to you under registered mail. The Chief Secretary was also CC'd by all the previous emails, and nothing was done for us under his stewardship. And still, nothing has been done. So we see a level of victimization is growing and a level of the gas chamber that they want to put the Tobago fisher folks under. So with this, I would like to say, any question from the media pertaining to any of these topics?
With respect to the Lambo fishermen, how many still affected with Lambo fishermen?
Prior from there is couples still that are affected. But what is concerning and what is raising the eyebrow of me and also the fishing community, you also said you would have compensated the vendors. And for yet still, none of the vendors or none of the business people who was affected by it is been compensated. They didn't even say, well, okay, let's give them $15,000 so that they could start walking again. They were dealt a hand of zeros. They were dealt a hand of zeros, and that is troubling because these are Tobagonians. They didn't make a phone call and call the oil spill. The oil spill came through like a thief in the night to the people of Lambo and the people of Tobago. And if it's good for one, it should be good for all. Because if it's good for the goose, it should be good for the gander. And they should stop playing Jack be nimble and Jack be quick going up on the hill. They should stop that.
They're giving who they want to give to.
No.
To the friends and family.
Yes.
Who know who? It's who know who. But I can call him in there.
Which country ever got oil spill and it's part of the country they come from? So in terms of the Lambo fishermen again, I want to get that sense. Roughly how much is owed to them still? You know?
No, the chief secretary, within his wisdom, would have allocated how much money he decided to give them personally. So I cannot say the only person. No, I don't want us to say. Okay. I want the chief secretary himself to say how much money he had allocated to the people for the fishing industry in Lambo and Scarborough and Tobago, and how it was distributed, and what are the names of the people that they were distributed, and how much they were distributed to. Because a question did arrive: how much did ATFA get? So I would like them, as the chief secretary, to let me know who are the people in Lambo, who is singled out, and in Scarborough, how much money they were given, and when, what time and what date it was given, and why the rest was not and are not compensated, and why the vendors are not compensated, and why the people, fisher folk in Plymouth, Colwood, and otherwise are not compensated. That is the question we need to ask the chief secretary.
One man in Plymouth get paid.
With respect to the letter to the Prime Minister, how long ago is that?
This letter will be sent off today. I wanted was to do it in a way that everyone could be transparent. So this letter will be registered mail to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago today. So it will be a registered mail. Yes? Any question, Marlon? Yeah? Yes. So by the end of the day, we must all go back to that saying. Every creed and race must find an equal place. And when you are a prime minister, and when you are in authority, and when you're a leader, you cannot take personal feelings. You are the representative of the people. And you must demonstrate that when you represent all. Because the good prime minister would have said, when UNC win, everybody win. But it seems to me like in Tobago, once TPT win, only TPT wins. So with that, I'd like to say thank the media. I'd like to say thank you all for shedding some light upon the voiceless, upon the people that don't have the ability to sit down in an office in a suit and speak for them. But thank God, the people would have empowered me to represent them. And I thank you all for making this coverage so that the world can see the unfair type of unjust behavior that has been handed down to the fisher folks in Tobago and Lambo. And with that, I say thank you and good day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Are we here?
Yeah, go on, boy.
Let's take that other one.
I did. This is where we had to go to. You know, the more that scab get paid. More that scab get paid.
Yeah.
I know what they call it.